If you're seeing this story, please watch it to the end because it is based on a true life event that I personally witnessed. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the future, if I'm able to grow this channel, I want to use the proceeds to help people who cannot fight for themselves because of poverty. This is a very emotional and painful story about a family in Obecha Utchi community in Ndokwa East local government area of Delta State, Nigeria. Obecha and Utchi are neighboring communities. The distance between them is just about a 2-minute walk. The people of Obecha even attend school in Utchi because there is no government school in Obecha. The two communities have always lived like brothers. You can stand in Obecha and see Utchi clearly. For many years, the people lived peacefully. They shared the same traditions, celebrated festivals together, and danced as one community. Their history together goes back more than 100 years. Yet, despite being blessed with oil resources, the people of Ndokwa East have continued to live in darkness and poverty. Oil companies have reportedly been operating in the region since around 1963, but development has been very limited. In Obecha, there was a family known as the Philip family. They had lived in the community for generations. Their great-grandparents were born there and died there. The family participated in community activities, paid community taxes, and helped with development projects. They built their own mud house and lived a humble life. However, the community labeled them as slaves. According to old stories, their ancestors had been brought into the community many years ago, but the family never saw themselves that way. They believed they belonged to the community just like everyone else. As time went on, the Philip family began to notice something painful. Whenever there was hard labor in the community, such as building projects or farming work, they were always called to help. But when benefits, gifts, or money were shared among families, they were excluded. Among the children of the Philip family was a young man named Obi. Obi was strong, hardworking, and in his early 20s. He had grown up in Obecha all his life and truly believed it was his village. People liked Obi whenever there was work to be done because he was hardworking. But during celebrations or sharing of benefits, the same people treated him like he did not belong. Years passed and the situation did not change. Then in 2014, everything became worse. An oil company discovered oil on a piece of land between Obecha and Utchi. What had once been a peaceful relationship quickly turned into hostility. Both communities began fighting over who owned the land. The conflict grew violent. People who had once lived together peacefully started attacking each other. Families that had known each other for generations suddenly became enemies. The war between the communities became terrifying. Both sides even invited fighters from other communities to help them in the conflict. Obi, like many young men, was forced to join the fighting. Eventually, the government stepped in and took control of the disputed land, forcing both communities to stop the war. Although the fighting ended, the hatred between Obecha and Utchi remained. No one knew that the worst tragedy was still yet to come.
After the conflict between the communities ended, tension still remained within Obecha itself. One day, the Philip family had an argument with another influential family in the community, known as the Lawrence family. During the disagreement, Obi and Friday, the son of Lawrence, became very angry with each other and began fighting. The fight quickly escalated, and both families became involved. Obi's mother tried to calm the situation. She begged Lawrence to stop the fight so that no one would get hurt. But Lawrence insulted her and called her a slave. He also said Obi was a slave. In the heat of the moment, Lawrence attacked her with a knife. Obi's mother collapsed and died immediately. Seeing his mother killed made Obi extremely upset and frightened. In the chaos, he ran to Lawrence's house and pushed Lawrence's mother during the confusion. She fell to the ground. People in the community started shouting and blaming Obi. Lawrence began chasing him in anger. Obi returned to where his mother's body was lying, trying to carry her. But nobody in the community wanted to help him because the Philip family was not loved or respected. Lawrence continued shouting and ran toward Obi with a knife. In the struggle that followed, Lawrence accidentally stabbed his own mother. She collapsed and began bleeding badly. People rushed to help her, but the injury was severe. Sadly, she died from the wound. Now the situation became even worse. Obi became terrified and ran to a nearby community to hide. Young men from Obecha went after him. They found him, beat him badly, broke one of his legs and dragged him back to the community. Instead of taking him to the police, the community decided to punish him themselves. They dug a grave and forced Obi to stand inside it. They told him to say his final prayers because they planned to kill him. Despite his injuries and cries, the crowd attacked him and buried him in the grave. His family was powerless. They were poor and had no influence in the community. No one stood up for them. Because they had no money for lawyers or the police, the family could not seek justice. The story of Obi slowly disappeared and was buried along with him. Even today, the community still struggles with poverty. No proper roads, no electricity, and little development. The oil that once caused so much conflict is no longer benefiting the people, but the memory of Obi remains with his family. We can only hope that one day justice will come. Let love lead. Violence and hatred only destroy communities. Peace and unity are what truly build a better future. May God bless Nigeria and the rest of the world. Poverty is a painful disease that still affects many lives.